I said, "Oh, you guys home yet?" They're still in Kentucky there last night. They had some bad storms going through Kentucky. They were staying there tonight, driving home this morning. So I thought he had to work tonight, but I don't know. Maybe called him or something. Okay, so let's bring up Google Chrome here. Homer live. Okay. Hey, good morning, AD. Wow, you're just right out the hop. I ain't even got the chat up there yet. You're bringing it up now.
Hey, AZ, how's it going?
Oh, crap. I did that again. Where did I put it? Well, it's down here. So, yeah. I don't know why. I keep hitting minimize for some reason. Okay, now we got it. Oh, so I got that sign made, so I'm ready good.
It always cracks me up. You know, the morning shows, there's one in Detroit. It's got this blonde chick, and of course she's older, but she's always wearing the dresses up around her mid thighs, and she's always but you know, when they do a close-up, you can tell, boy, she must have a regular account over at the you know, the guy that touches up their face, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, you know, that's their moneymaker, is their looks.
Store they were at. I don't know why people are so brazen nowadays. Walk into a store, grab stuff, walk out without paying it. Fuck
Oh, I
you.
know. It's our society has gone to hell, that's all.
You know, even as a kid, you know, they would steal, you know, 10-cent candy or something like that. Now they're stealing freaking tools, stuff they can't even hardly carry out the door, TVs and
Yep.
well, they're doing it there and get away with it. I guess we can do it here and get away with it. I don't understand that. I really don't. Okay, Corey Mano, good morning. And Russell is here. All right.
Hey, Corey.
According to the news, the water is starting to recede a bit down there where Corey is. So the government says anyway. You can't believe anything the government says, but anyway.
AZ, how goes with you? I would imagine AZ has some halfway decent weather.
Yeah.
Of course, it gets hot down there.
Yeah. But it's a dry heat. Oh, God. One thing I lived on Vancouver Island, it would get hot, but the thing is, because it's an island, the island heats up, the air rises, but it brings the cool air in off the ocean, right?
Right.
And you go into a shade tree, it was cool. Like, you know, it wasn't freaking stifling hot. Here, you go into shade tree, it's still hot. Doesn't matter what you do.
Good morning, Russell. I missed you. And of course, Corey was here too. And our number one person, David AZ.
Oh, yeah. Supposed to be 52 degrees right now, Paul, and feel like 50. It's going to go to 68 degrees this afternoon.
Oh, right now it's 45 here.
Oh, there's Joe. Okay, where you going?
Because we're up here by the lake, I think. $45.
Mhm. Oh, can I get a sign up and aerials at 6 Michener Court? Let's do a rider, pie-shaped lot. He wants a rider sign too.
Ah,
Uh, that's funny. I'm just charging a drone up right now.
oh, AZ said it's 60 and beautiful right there right now, but it's going to get hot. Well, yeah, he's 3 hours different, so that'd make it 5:49. About 12 or 13 minutes to 6.
What's up?
Hey, Justin, how are you doing?
Good. Just waiting for this machine to charge up.
Holy shit. So he wants 3 things on one piece of property, Paul. So I get
Why?
$123 for one sign. Huh?
Why?
He wants a
Don't you
sign?
think that's a little overkill?
That's okay. I get paid to do it. He wants sign up, he wants aerials, and he wants a rider sign. Cool. Guess I got to make another sign, Paul. Okay, bring up my cricket. New project. Text message. Okay. Pie shaped.
Calling Mission Lane Payment Solution.
Okay, so I want to bring up a different font, which I always do anyway, because I always one I really like. Okay, which is Genuine. Right there. Okay, cool. I've got that one. His signs are bigger, so we got room for a bigger sign. So let's go. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Let's drop this down to 75% so I can see it better. Why, I don't know why that does that. Okay. Okay. Do we want height? Make it bigger. So we go 2 to 4 inches. Okay, 20 inches. 2 to there, it's 4 inches high. Okay. 2 to 4 or 2 to 6 is 4 inches high. And okay, let's drop it down a little bit more here. Because yeah, I can go pretty big sign here. Just go 23-inch sign. And, okay, I think we'll do 2 till 6. 4 inches. I can go an 8-inch sign. And we go 2 to 7. Okay. Oh, okay. But the problem is, I can't. Okay, yeah, okay. So cool. And duplicate because I need 2 of them. Okay, what we got? I'm going to save.
Corey says the river is raging pretty fast here. One of the dams I shot yesterday. Here's the link.
I'll make another video later today. Cool. Okay, so let's make it. So we need
Would you guys get a lot of rain up there, or is it just snow melt?
There's a lot of runoff from all the things there. So. Well, I tell you, I gotta put something in the cookie here. Wow, I gotta move all this stuff again. Okay, gotta move my drone.
What you got going on today, Paul? Not much.
Nah, just the usual, you know.
Susan, shit. What's up, Corey, David, Russell? I get to run around in a shitty neighborhood today. Yay.
Okay, continue. Okay.
Already have people coming out looking at me out of their apartments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a really bad neighborhood. They like to come out and look at you and see what you're doing and then yell at you because they think you're turning the gas up. Or for some other utility you have nothing to do with.
Okay, let that print. Oh, that's print.
Marshall.
Is 6 Missioner Court. That's the next thing. I've heard of it, but right there, 2.5 kilometers from here. It's over off Oxford Parkway. Okay, what we got? Off of Alderboro. Oh, Missioner. That's well, that's enough. I know where that is. Cool. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have a busy day, Paul.
Really?
Well, that's what I said.
Okay.
I've been stuff, right? It just I don't have to worry.
David,
I don't have to worry about getting back in time or whatever to go do the bus. I mean,
David, I got the electric fix, by the way.
You got what?
All the electric fixed at the house. There was a issue with the the girls' room and the bathroom's power went out. So I replaced the GFI plug in the bathroom. I replaced the breaker, the main breaker for those two rooms. And then I checked all the plugs. I found one plug where a little bit of the wire was bare because I just pulled all the plugs out and checked them. And I cut that back and stripped a new piece and fixed that.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's all back on and working and good.
Good.
And I tested all the plugs. I bought a plug tester, and I went around and tested all the plugs, and they all came out good.
So you're the new handyman.
I've been learning a lot about electrical lately. I'll tell you that. At least about the basic stuff, at least.
Well, that's a good thing. Never hurts to know what you're doing.
No, it was actually pretty easy.
So this is the house right here I have to do, this one here. Not much of a pie-shaped lot, well, I guess, the driveway there, but kind of weird. Yeah, kind of weird shaped property. That's one pole there. Cool. I don't know what. There we go. What's the UAV forecast? Yeah, it's supposed to be nice most of the day. 6, 7, 8 mile an hour. Yeah.
Are you paying for that now?
What's that?
UAV forecast?
Oh, I have been for a couple of years.
Okay.
It's only
I
like
know they went to.
They
It's
went
all-
to paid membership now.
a year or something.
Well, you can only get up to 3 hours.
Yeah, there's no freebie.
Yeah, you can only do up to 3 hours instead of 24 hours like you used to.
Oh, the free version?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you have to pay for it if you want the full 24 hours.
Oh no, I've got it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, there. Let's bring up Cricket, and it says I'm undone on that part.
Tell you what, those GFI plugs, those things are fucking expensive. You know, you can get like a regular plug for like $1, $1.50 at the most. Those things are like, the cheapest one was like, I think $21 that I could find.
A lot of room there. I could have moved it. Oh.
What's up, Getchy Gummy?
Get you Gooby in there. Yeah. Morning.
Yeah, yeah. Paul's busy with his sign stuff. Now he's
Yeah.
not driving bus. He's doing that full time.
Yeah, I'm a little preoccupied this morning. I got one I just got finished doing my sign, and I just got another one to do. Like I said,
Did you let him know? Hey, did you let him know you were going full time on that?
what's that?
Realtors, that way they can bombard you with signs.
No.
You
Did
tell
they-
them like I'm available all the time now.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Oh, I mean, with you driving buses, they might not have been giving you as much work as you thought they had. Or are you the only one doing it for them, or is there other people?
Huh?
Is there other people that do it for them, or are you the only one?
No, I'm the only one. Especially this guy here. I do all like when I do the aerials, I also do all the outside photos for him too, right? This guy.
Yeah.
I don't just fly, real high, and I do all the photos for him.
Hey, do you have those city workers up in Canada that drive around and just pull people's signs out of the ground? Like those little advertisement signs that businesses put everywhere?
It depends where it is. We have Department of Transport out on the highway, Highway 3. Yeah, if they see a sign out there, they'll rip it out so fast it'll make a head spin. The guy
Yeah, they
goes-
do that.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that here in the city streets. There's a guy that drives around in a pickup truck, and that's all he does is collect signs all day. You'll see his truck just
Yeah.
full of business signs. You know, you think that they would, if they didn't want the signs out there, they'd fine those companies for every sign they find.
Well, yes and no. Yeah, but they throw them in the garbage. So
Yeah, that's what they'll do here. You'll see a guy drive around. That's his job all day long. All he does is drive around looking for signs.
red.
Oh, I'm good, Getchy. Just waiting for this machine to charge up a little bit. I forgot to charge it this weekend when it was a little dead, so I got it hooked up to my inverter in the truck, charging it up.
Okay. Why you gotta make that? Has to be at least 5 inches. Eh?
The only bad thing, Getchy, is I'm in a really crappy neighborhood. It's not a good area to be in, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Where you are now?
Yeah, I'm sitting here now, but it's just when you get in these really bad neighborhoods, they come out because they think you're gonna turn their shit off. And so everybody comes out of their apartments and their houses fucking screaming at you before they even ask you what you're doing. They get all super pissed off.
Oh, you get the small directionals on the corners, or garage sale signs and shit like that. Yeah, they're pretty quick at pulling them. Actually, over in London, it's actually illegal now to put directional on there for the real estate.
It's a work day for me. Are you packing what, Getchy? What are you talking about? Oh, are you packing? No. Fortunately, we're not allowed to carry guns in commercial vehicles down here. You can all day long in your personal vehicle, but not in commercial vehicles. It's actually illegal in Florida, which I think is stupid. You can carry knife and pepper spray and all that shit. But
Hey, Justin, do you think it's that's because they don't want cabbies packing?
no, because Uber drivers carry legally.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, there was an Uber driver down here about. There's actually a video on YouTube of it. He was driving a drunk girl home, and her boyfriend was drunk at the bar, or was on the way to the bar drunk looking for her, and he thought that she was in the car with some random dude from the bar. It turned out it was an armed Uber driver, and the guy slid his truck in front of the Uber car and stopped him in the middle of the road. The Uber driver got out, and the guy ran up to him and said, "Do you want me to shoot you?" And then the guy pulled his phone out and aimed it at the dude. Well, the dude reacted. Didn't, it was pitch black dark too. He couldn't tell it was the phone. But the guy even threatened that he was going to shoot him. The Uber driver pulled his gun out and killed him.
No kidding.
And he got praise from the sheriff for it. It was here in my county. Yeah, there's a video on YouTube that shows the whole incident. You just put in Uber driver shoots drunk guy. It comes up. It's a pretty wild video though, but the Uber driver did what he had to do. I mean, the guy ran up on his car, said he was going to shoot him, and pulled a gun out. He couldn't see what it was because it was dark out. So, fortunately, he had to do what he had to do. I mean, and that's why I tell people, like, I meet people that move to Florida, and I tell them, I'm like, you got to watch it down here, road rage about people. Be careful. I say, because you don't know who has what. You jump out of your car, run up to somebody's car, start hitting their window. They're liable to shoot your ass, and they're going to get away with it too. And it isn't worth somebody beeping their horn at you, you losing your life over it because you want to get pissed off that somebody beeped their horn at you or something. Let it go and keep going.
Yeah, I would imagine there's a lot of road rage, right?
Aubrey's old babysitter that was really good friends with Sarah before she moved. Her husband actually got killed in a road rage incident right down the street from her old house.
Really?
From what we were told, I mean, we never really heard the full story, but apparently from what his wife was told, Aubrey's babysitter, was that I guess he rear-ended the other car or something by accident, and then when he got out of the car, he started hitting the dude's truck or something, and then the guy got out and he started running at him, and then the dude shot him, and the guy got away with it. I mean, the guy apparently was justified in what he did, so they didn't charge him with anything. So, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know what exactly happened. That's just kind of what I was told.
Yeah, you don't know the whole story.
Right. Laura or David, I want to say one of them messaged me last night and said he got his voice back. So he was talking again. I think it was David that messaged me. I can't remember. I didn't check it because I was like half falling asleep and I just saw it pop up on my screen. I ended up falling back asleep. Or it might have been in Bill's chat last night. I can't remember. I was like half asleep when I saw it.
What are you working on, Paul?
Just going through some bills.
Oh,
Oh, that's always fun.
Get you gummy boo. I hear ya. Wonder how David's doing. Yeah. You heard from Laura, did you?
Let me look. I think it was either Laura or David messaged me. Let's see. I didn't even check my messages this morning.
Well, the sad part is he's got a lot of medical issues, and so anything like that happens, it just makes you wonder,
Oh yeah, it was Laura. She said he finally got his voice back. You guys there? Yeah, so yeah, it was Laura last night messaged me, said he was all right.
Yeah.
So, apparently he's okay. Dude, that would freak me the fuck out though if I woke up and I couldn't talk.
Yeah, really, eh?
Yeah, that would not be good.
Because it's kind of like Ron was describing, right? There's conditions where you're almost trapped in your own mind and body, right? Like you can think of the words you want to say, you know what you want to say, but it's like from that thought to your mouth though doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy how that can happen like that because you're almost. I mean, I guess if you were able to still write, you'd be semi okay, but you know, imagine not being able to write anything and forgetting how to talk and all that. That'd be fucking freaky.
I had a friend of mine that had a stroke, and he would get so frustrated because he tried to say stuff and he couldn't say it because it wouldn't come out, right? What he wanted to say.
That's what happened with Sarah's dad too. He used to get really, really pissed off when he would try to talk and he couldn't.
Yeah.
So he got to the point where we would just, all he could really say was yes or no. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so we'd have to ask him, you know, he'd be pointing at something. He'd be like, oh, you want the bag of chips? You want this? You want that? Until we would get the right thing and he'd be like, yeah.
And my buddy there had to keep writing everything down, right? Okay, so should be able to peel this off. Put it right back on. Oop, that doesn't work.
Mini vacation wasn't long enough.
Why are you doing a sign for this?
I could have done 2 or 3 more days of that. I wonder where everybody's at this morning.
Well, it's Monday.
Monday is always dead. Always.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey.
people are getting ready for the week and doing things, and I get it.
Yeah, he's a free man. Just working for himself now, I get you.
Yeah, here I am working. Yeah, Monday's always busy for me.
Yes.
Well, your realtors don't work on the weekends anyway, right?
Oh, no, they work the weekends. They work more weekends than I would.
What's up, Marie?
I don't put signs up for them on the weekends unless we've come to agreement beforehand because nope, not doing it.
So that's when you have an emergency call.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Charge.
No, the weekends are mine, right? especially in the summertime when I'm down at the trailer. Hell with them, but they, like you might get one agent that take Monday, Tuesday off, or Monday off, and the next one take, Friday off or something. Well, I can't, compete with that because, because one agent one day, another agent's another day. And
That's like plumbers and electricians and shit like that, man. They make tons of money going out on the weekends on emergency calls. That's when you're going to pay out the ass for them to come out.
oh, fuck yeah, no kidding.
Where he said, watching you make money.
Yeah. Well, this job here, like I said, I'll make, because he wants the sign, he wants aerial and the sign, so that's $123 for, I don't know, for a few minutes work, but I'm happy with it. Plus, I got other ones to do too. I gotta go to Springfield, I gotta go up just north of London this morning, so. I'm looking at a couple $300 a day anyways today. I have to do that every day. I'd be feel good, right?
Is that more than you would make driving a bus for the day?
Oh, no, no kidding. Oop, 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 oop.
I mean, shit down here, the average minimum wage job, you're lucky to make 100 to 120 a day. So that's not bad at all. 300.
Oh, there's my phone.
That'd be about what? About 260 down here.
I have another agent call me. Okay. Hey, Kelly. Hey, not bad. Okay, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be at least 9 a.m. I got. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, I gotta go up. I got aerial, then assigned another one to do in St. Thomas, but I'm making writer signs right now, so.
I hate paying taxes, Murray.
Yeah, no, well, the funny thing is, I was driving school bus, I just retired on Friday. So.
Yeah, glad I don't have to pay state tax, Murray.
What's that?
I'm just glad I don't have to pay state tax.
Yeah,
There's a lot of states, man, the state tax is more than the federal taxes. Shit, if I was working in California, I'd be probably paying $300 at least each paycheck out of my check
Thank you.
between federal and state tax. The two I tend to pay a lot into, I notice down here, is Medicaid and Social Security. Or Medicare and Social Security. I pay quite a bit into that.
Another sign to put up.
really?
I told you, me and Creedy did today. There's another guy made. I shit what? I don't know.
Yeah, some states in the U.S. are lucky and don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah. Hope nobody wants any more signs made, do they? I could use another coffee. What the hell is my coffee? I need a quick coffee.
It kind of makes you wonder how some states are able to balance their budget correctly and do everything that they need to do and have a surplus, and they don't even have a state tax. But in other states, you know, have taxes and yet they're in the hole all the time and they don't manage their money correctly, and that makes you wonder, you know. Because I mean, Florida's not too far behind California population size now. Yeah, we still manage to do all our stuff correctly. That's one thing I'm not on, JD. I actually have no medications. The only thing I take is Prilosec for my stomach, or every month. That's it.
Yeah, that can get expensive when you gotta pay for medication.
Yeah, I haven't been put on any medication in a long time. I haven't really had any medical issues come up. So.
You're lucky. There's a lot of people in this world to do.
Not to say that I won't in the future, but yeah, there's some people that are lucky. Like I've met people that have, you know, went all the way up into their 80s and even 90s and never had no serious medical conditions, you know, and then they just kind of died of old age. Yeah, just something happened right at the last minute, and you know, they were just too old to, their body couldn't take it. But up to that point, they never had no issues. Like my grandpa and grandma, they never really had a lot of medical issues before they passed away. They just happened to get something right at the end that their bodies couldn't handle it, you know?
Did them in, right?
Right. But up to that point, they had no medical problems. Right?
Yep, I'm gonna have to take off pretty soon. As soon as I have my coffee. Oh, fuck, it's gonna be a day today, running.
Where you gotta go?
Got to go up north of London. I got to go over to Springfield. I've got that sign and aerials and stuff to do here in town. Now Kelly Walker wants one, but she doesn't want it up till after 1 o'clock. I said, well, this is going to be after 1 anyway, so
Naturally cooked that.
yeah, it could happen right away.
What's up, Dustin? Oh, David, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I got that electric bit.
God, yeah, no more. I retired. Or just quit driving, what do you want to call it? But anyways. Now I've had enough of buses. I'm just too busy with my sign business. I'm making 2 signs already this morning. I've got aerials to do. I got to go north of London, got to go to Springfield, back to St. Thomas. I got signs here. And it's a little on the crazy side right now.
Paul's a busy little man.
It was getting to be too much. Just, you know, like it's okay. In the morning run wasn't bad because I'm back here about around 8 or shortly after 8 o'clock, right? But the problem is you got to get up at 5 o'clock every morning. But the afternoon run, I got to leave here no later than about 1 o'clock. Well, it's right in the middle of my day, right? It wasn't working out. So here I am.
Dustin, you take that medication when you're looking in the mirror or something? What's going on here?
I just have crying. Those are nothing. Yeah, really.
A little bit of allergy action, huh?
I'm trying to play the fiddle, right?
Yeah, it's working great, David.
Or I should go like this to play the fiddle. With my fingers. Anyways, Anything exciting on the email? Maybe I don't want to read it. Oh, look at that. Answer all the survey questions based on your experience at the Canadian Tire Store and win a $100 gift card. And where's it from? Oh, Kajiko again. Jesus freaking idiot. What freaking I can't believe people actually fall for that shit.
I do the Walmart one with the receipts all the time, but I've never won. Like there's a code that you can put in on your Walmart app.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it'll redirect you to a thing, and you can win up to $1,000 gift card through them. But I do it every time I go to Walmart. I've never won, but I try.
Oh, yeah. Here, yeah, fill out the survey. You can win, $1,000 for groceries or something fucking it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, I get the ones where, they like Walmart says, you've won a free golf cart. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Claim your free golf cart today.
Or the ones that say you can get like Walmart's going to give you like a $3,000 gift card. All you have to do is take a survey,
Yeah.
and then it tries to sell you like 20 different subscriptions to magazines and everything else. By the time it's all said and done, you don't spend $1,000 on stupid shit, and then you might not even get the gift card.
Yeah. In the fine print, it says, we will enter you in a drawing.
Right. Yeah, there's that guy on YouTube, I think it's Pleasant Green. I watch those videos all the time. He actually goes and does all those scams, and people donate money so he can do the scams and show you how they work. So he actually goes through and pays money and all that into the scam so he can show you how they work and how they get people and all that. And it's pretty interesting. You get to see everything from somebody that knows they're getting scammed, but they're doing it on purpose so they can kind of break it down for people and show them, and so that way you can avoid it.
I got to show you that, guys. This thing almost scares me. Here, it's anti-slip, smell, stab resistant fishing glove, catch fish, hand protection device. I know it's a fish, but Jesus, that almost scares me.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
JD said, "Don't let Murray fool you. He tried to get his free golf cart."
No, I learned my lesson back with the $39 electric bike scams and stuff. I never heard anything back from those people. It just other than it's on its way, and they never charged me. So but it's on its way.
Good. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
right.
There you go. This is for your swim trunks. Safety coaster. Sponge push sexy underpants sponge mat. Make it look like you got a big dick underneath your pants. For
Oh
about
my
30.
God. We can get Tim one of those. Should help him with the ladies.
Well, it'd probably never be big enough for Tim.
Hey, it comes from mainland China. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, some of the shit they sell.
How many of you guys got pulled into those timeshare seminars back in the day?
Oh, no, not me.
Oh no, I never did that.
That's another way they used to get people. Timeshares are the stupidest fucking thing ever, I swear. Because like, if you want to go on vacation in that area, and say you get it 2 weeks out of the year, it's probably most likely it's going to be cheaper to pay for a really nice hotel for 2 weeks than it would what you pay yearly for that fucking timeshare.
No. Let's go side. Come on, let's go.
And if you think you actually have any equity in that timeshare, you're full of crap.
Very true.
Because you don't really own it. You're more or less renting the 2 weeks out of the year out of it.
So Dustin's got allergies, huh?
Yeah, the worst thing, that's another thing I take medicine for, but it's usually only part of the year. I don't have to take it all the time. There's just 2 or 3 months out of the year where I get really bad out.
Well, maybe it was an omen for Dustin because of the word in his first name is dust, dust.
Yeah.
Because most
Dustin.
allergies are brought on some form of something in the air like dust or pollen or.
Now, pollen's what does it for a lot of people. Because that's why you get it certain times of the year when everything starts coming back to life and getting green again. That's when it gets the worst.
Well, I saw there was somebody was talking about it, pollen and stuff, and they said you got to look at pollen as nature's dust.
Oh, for sure. There's some places pollen so bad you'll come outside every day and your car will just be bright yellow from it.
Yeah, or your car has got that dust on it, pollen on
Well,
it.
that's what I'm saying. It'll just be dusted bright yellow with pollen.
Yep.
Marie's gonna leave and she's gonna go make pies.
Ooh, Marie's making pies today. All right,
In
Marie.
a couple hours, Marie, there you go. Pick one up there.
That's like when Sarah worked at her old job and they used to park under the trees in the parking lot.
Yeah.
The cars would get dusted with pollen and everything else.
Well,
Every damn
and the sad part of it is the average person never does it. There is a filter in your car under the dash that filters out your air conditioning. And so you'd be surprised, like if you've got a car that's like 3 or 4 years old and you've been in an area where there's pollen and dust, you open that sucker up and you'll be just amazed at the stuff that's in there. And what it does is it's trying to collect all it as it's pumping through.
Oh yeah, they replace mine on my work truck every 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Put a new filter in there. Yeah, every time I have to go in for an oil change, that's one of the things they change out. So it's about every 3 or 4 months they do the oil change, and then they change the filter, and then they check all the fluids, all that shit.
They change your air filter, right?
Yeah, they changed the one inside the car
Yeah.
up under the dash. Plus, I mean, that helps with your AC anyway because it's that close. It's just like your air conditioner at home. If you don't change that filter out often, it's going to cause your air conditioner to. It's not going to have the suction that it needs to stay at its peak. And that's when you'll get your air conditioner will start frosting over and everything, and it causes your AC system to back up.
Right.
Because we change our one in our house about every 2 months, every month, depending on how bad it is. And they get pretty bad after about a month. I think it's every month we change it. I think Sarah's mom changes it every month at her house. At our old house, we did it every month. We always would buy the packs of 3 filters at a time.
Mia. Me, stop. How dare somebody walk across the street on the sidewalk with a dog, you know? Mia. Hey,
Yeah, like down here, if your filter gets clogged on your house AC, there's been a couple of times where, like at my sister's house, did it a couple of times. Man, her air conditioner frosted over. Like we opened up the closet where the AC was at, and the whole inside of it was just solid block of ice. And it was because she wasn't changing her filter out enough, so we would change the filter, and then we'd have to sit there and suffer in the house for 2 or 3 hours and let it melt.
Hey, Justin, this is for you there. This here. Dad challenged his kids to draw him sleeping so he can have a nap. Keep the kids occupied while he's having a nap.
What's up, Joe?
Oh, I didn't tell you last, Paul.
Yeah.
Let my dogs out one more time last night. They went out there just going freaking ballistic, both of them last night. What the hell? I go out there and they got a possum cornered there.
oh, wow. Well, I went and did that ship last night, and down the street, I always pick up the critters in the street, you know, that are killed. And there was two raccoons, baby raccoons about this big,
Oh yeah.
laying in the street, munched.
Yeah.
And I carry plastic bags with me, and I put them in a plastic bag, and they come home and throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's disrespectful. I don't care what it is, but if it's was one time alive, you know, just to leave it in the street and let it get crushed and crushed
Yeah.
and crushed and crushed.
Yeah.
That just bugs me. Go America.
David, I would say the worst thing here for people's allergies are orange grows. Those are really, really bad.
Yeah, Kichigumi, I don't know whether Ron got, did you hear anything, Justin, about how Ron did with his Northern Lights?
I don't know.
No, I haven't heard from them.
They well, he probably still sleep because he up probably most of the night.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta-
Yeah, it was a 2.5 hour drive each way, so
yeah, it's
you gotta think 2.5 hours there, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours there, and then another 2.5 hours back. That was a full day for him.
because I think is he on Central Time or Mountain Time, Paul?
I think he's on Central, I think. Not sure.
I think he's pretty close to the line.
Yeah.
No, I think when I asked him the other day, I was pretty sure he said Mountain.
Well, it depends upon where he is. Because sometimes, you know, he goes to that one job, he goes over and he goes into Mountain Time. But I think where he lives is in the western edge of Central Time. But he was going west, so.
Well, like I said, altogether, that was probably about a 7 hour trip there why he was there and then back. So that was pretty much a full day for him.
Right.
So and then you get home and you got to wind down for a little bit. It might be another hour or two where you wind down and get ready for bed, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you got home, you wanted to go through all his pictures and videos and everything.
Yeah, you hadn't posted nothing on Facebook or anything, so.
Yeah, but one thing about Ron though is Ron sometimes takes a long time before he gets this shit, before he gets everything edited and puts up, because he's still working on shit from that last trip he went on. The
Yeah.
Alaska trip he went on last time. I don't even think he's finished that footage. But he's about to go back there again.
Oh God, you guys got to see this. Is funny or shit. Took me a minute to figure it out. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what's down at the bottom of the dress there?
Yeah, in between his legs. His
Yeah.
leg. Hey, he's got freaking balls hanging there. Hey,
Takes
what the
all kinds, doesn't it?
I was like, oh, she looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Somebody did it. Ariel's on that one at Strathroy. Yeah. Or,
Ooh. Howdy,
So,
guys.
Ron?
Hey, we're
Yeah.
just
Oh, we were
talking
just
about
talking
you.
about you.
talking about you.
My ears should have been burning.
Oh yeah.
Well, what we were wondering is how you made out.
Mm. Total bust, dude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All for nothing, huh?
Yeah. Did a lot of driving last night.
Did you at least get some shots of the mountain?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, nothing. Kept, checking on the Facebook group and nobody was seeing anything. There was one guy that caught stuff over on the eastern side of South Dakota, but it wasn't that great. But it was nothing, not even remotely close to everything they were predicting. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get in about, I don't know, 1:30 this morning.
Yeah. Well, I figured you probably just close to still being in bed, right? No.
Yeah, I just got up a little bit ago.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna take my truck up to the mechanic today and drop it off, and then come back and get ready for work.
What's wrong with your truck?
Oh, nothing. I just want to have them go through it. Oil change and just check all the fluids, grease the bearings, check everything on it before the trip. That's the nice thing about, this small town area, like his name's Justin too. I completely trust him. He's a good guy. He'll take care of my truck. And then Dawn lives about 3 minutes away from him. So when he's done with it, they'll drive it over to Dawn's house. And, I'll be at work for about 8-9 days, but it'll be done by the time I get back. And they're, that small town, like, yeah, stop in and pay when you can. It's not like the big city. Yeah, I thought for sure things were gonna go well. Ran into a nasty hailstorm on the way over, and then it cleared up. And by the time I got up to Mount Rushmore, it was like really clear. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm gonna get the best photos ever. Not.
No,
Yeah.
Well, I just started my Roomba. I haven't run it in a while. You wanna go outside, honey?
Ron, you're on Mountain or Central?
Mountain.
Yeah, I knew it. We were talking about that too. We were trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure he's on Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 10 of 8 here. Oh. Oh boy.
What?
Oh man.
Oh, Al says hi in the chat, Ron.
Oh, who's that?
Al, time to fly.
Oh, hey. Good old Al. Haven't seen him much lately. Yeah, getting 24, 36 hours of overtime this pay. Heading up 3 days early.
JD said, someone get Ron a Kleenex.
Oh, dude. My allergies are bad this morning.
Yeah, I've used some different allergy medicine this year because my allergies were a lot worse this year. And I found that Claritin was the only one that worked. But that shit is, when you break it down, it's like $2-3 a pill. It's a little
Really?
pricey,
Yeah.
but it works really good though. The cheap shit from Walmart, and like I've tried other allergy medicines, and they just didn't work very well.
Yeah, they don't.
Well, a lot of doctors' offices, you know, like I went in there like I want to say like a year or two ago, and they just prescribed me Claritin, but it was over the counter, so I had to buy it over the counter. But that's what they told me to take. Like, and I went to the I thought it was a prescription based Claritin, so I go to they actually gave me a little pad for it or a piece of paper, and I took it to the pharmacy, and she just walks out on the shelf and gets the Claritin box off the shelf. I was like, what the hell? I was like, you could have just told me that. I didn't need to come to that fucking pharmacy to do that.
Yeah.
well, I hate to leave you there, Ron, but I gotta go. I got so many signs to do this today, and I got a lot of driving to do. So good
JD.
Go bus. I had to make 2 riders this morning already. Oh, I got to go put them up. I got aerials to do, and I got to go up north of London. I got to go to Springfield. Oh, I'm all over the place today.
This guy's been retired.
Yeah, so much retired, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Roomba's working away there, eh, Paul?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll talk to you later, Paul. I got a boogie, so
All right. Okay, Paul.
we'll talk to you. Bye.
It's a Monday.
Today's-
Dude, I bet you if Ron retired, he'd lose his fucking mind after about 2 weeks.
yeah.
Because I mean, you do go on a lot of trips, but the trips you like to go on wouldn't be sustainable if you were doing it every week. If you were retired.
Yeah, I would go nuts. I'd find something to do though.
Have you thought about like when that time comes around, like do you plan on moving anywhere else, or like seem to really love Alaska?
You know, I tell you what, if I could afford it, I would go up to Alaska, but it's not cheap to live up there. Unless you really, live in one of those really low income areas that, you know, you barter with everybody on stuff and
Or you have to live off the land a lot more than normal.
yeah.
I mean, you could have a nice house and stuff up there, like on a piece of property in the middle of nowhere, but definitely if you wanted to save money, you'd have to definitely be out hunting on a regular and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when I was up in Petersburg last year, for that fishing trip. Me and the guys were walking around town and we found this one place that had a bunch of realty properties advertised. And some of them were like 150 to 250,000. I'm like, shit, I could afford that, you know. But when you pay $10 for a gallon of milk and, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Imagine having a family up there. Like that's bad enough being single.
Yeah. Yeah, because everything's imported in through Anchorage. And then a lot of it is dispersed by boat from Anchorage. That's where the cost starts jacking up.
Yeah, there was a girl on YouTube that I was watching for a while, and she was doing videos on the town she lived up in Alaska, and it was like out in the middle of nowhere, and it was
Mhm.
a town of like 200 or 300 people, and they
Yeah.
had a little corner store, but it was all the honor system. Like you would just go in there at any time and get what you wanted, and you'd put your money inside this little register thing. And her mom and dad ran the store. And dude, a fucking 12-pack of soda was like $20 or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. She was going around showing the prices on all the different items. I was like, holy crap.
There's well, the town that I'm stopping in on the way back to Anchorage to go jet skiing, it's called Whittier. And I think if I remember right, the population is under 200. Everyone in the entire town lives in the same building.
Oh, yeah. They rebuilt that apartment complex
Yep.
building that they had. And then the old one's still sitting there all abandoned.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, because they got a big grant from the government to come in and build a whole new building for them.
yeah, they have
Yeah, I remember
the grocery store, the post office, medical, everything is in the same building.
Yeah, it's like a 4 or 5 story building that's got a couple
Yeah.
hundred apartments in it, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It's a really beautiful area, but yeah, I remember watching the thing about that. And they were
Yeah.
talking, and the old building's still sitting there, but it's all like dilapidated and falling apart.
Yeah. And then there's that's one thing I gotta account for. There's a tunnel that is used both by vehicles and train, and there's a schedule. I think the damn thing's like a mile long or something, but $13 each way. It's like I saw that the other day.
So like cars go through at a specific time, and then trains go through at a specific time.
Yeah, everything's on a schedule. So they said you could
Wow,
wait a
must be
good
some.
hour.
There's some kind of platform or something that comes down over the tracks, I'm assuming, huh?
Yeah, it's a one lane bridge tunnel. So I'll have to turn the GoPro or the Osmo Action on when I'm going through there.
That's what I could imagine it would do. It's got to be some kind of platform that comes down over the tracks when the trains are going through.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. That's like those troopers up in Alaska, man. The ones that have like 1,000 square miles they have to cover. They're all by
Yeah.
themselves, and they have to fly into each town to like do investigations. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I've watched that Alaska State Troopers. Yeah, sometimes they have to go out after somebody. They'll go out by snowmobile or by float plane, or to go out to arrest someone.
Yeah, and they have to go out to a town in the middle of nowhere, and they
Yeah.
go all by themselves. There ain't no calling for backup.
No. No. Shoot.
I mean, I kind of see why people like to live like that, but at the same time, it's like, Jesus, you got a serious medical issue. They showed on that Alaska State Troopers, you know, some people would it'd take them like 10 hours just to get to the hospital from wherever they were at.
Yeah, it's something you got to be willing to accept, you know, to know about the conditions and yeah. Goodness. Well, I
Those
just
are the towns.
say
do
hi
I?
real quick.
Are you jumping out?
Yeah, pretty quick. I got a lot to do today and get ready to head to work tomorrow.
All right.
I'm gonna
I
spray
gotta
all
jump
my.
off too. I gotta get the day started. I had to stop for a little bit, let my machine charge up for a little bit.
Yeah, a little tired today. I might need a nap today. Whew. Yeah, I was out kind of late. Anchorage before, but there's an Alaska State Trooper Museum there, and they trade police stuff. Oh, okay. Thank you, Gitchagumi. I have a couple buddies that do that. You know, it's funny, Justin Gitchagumi just wrote about patches. There are some guys, well, my old buddy, he was a patch collector and trader and everything. He went through a little bit of a financial time, and he broke his heart, but he's like, I got to sell my patch collection, you know, and it's stuff that he's acquired for free. He told me he got something like 12 grand for that patch collection. You know, just
what kind of patches were they? Like police?
Yeah, like police, fire,
Yeah.
and yeah. But he had, you know, from all over the world, I think. I don't know where it was from, but yeah.
Oh yeah, there's people that do that too. I know Ray Kelly's got a pretty extensive collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Like my dad used to collect patches from fire departments back in the day.
Yeah.
Every time he'd be on vacation or something, he would stop at the local fire departments and ask them if they had extra patches. And he would bring patches with him to get trade with them.
Bring a patch, yeah. I don't know if I've got any.
Well, if you're gonna trade, like if you're gonna ask for patches, it's good to get a handful of them of your
Oh,
of your own, and then you go out and you trade them because then they're willing to do it a lot more.
Yeah.
And that's what my dad would do. He had a whole bunch of them from the Marine Base Fire Department. He'd get handfuls of them. Then when he would go on vacations or we'd go places, he'd stop and he'd trade them to other firefighters.
It was funny one time. I forgot about this. There was an ambulance company that came in from our hospital one day, quite a ways away. And the guy was talking to Tom, and he's like, yeah. He goes, man, if I had something with you, he said, or with me, he goes, I'd trade you. He said, hell, if I had a way of doing it, I'd give you the one off my shirt right now. And Tom goes, I'll get it off. Tom pulls out a knife, cuts the threads, took the guy's patch right off his shirt.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, you're hardcore. Man.
All right, Paul, I gotta jump off here.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
All right,
Well,
see you later.
I guess maybe we're done for the day, huh, Ron?
yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, go try and get as much done as I can today.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next time.
Alrighty,
Bye for now. Thanks, Ron.
see you guys.